April 27, 2023, session 1172, coming through the Omega Communications Portal. Hello, Lani with you again, and this time, are you ready? Have you already transitioned from focusing outwardly around you into the environment to shift within to your special soul energy presence, the vital essence of you, the great consciousness that is you? You may already, just by connecting in with this group energy, feel you are already within the receiving area of the station of light. It's always wonderful to be aware of so many people gathered here as this connected communication network beyond the normal telecommunication network into this matrix of consciousness field. So as we begin today, make sure you are clearly focused in this space and be curious to receive what will come to you directly. Thank you. You are acknowledged here. I'm addressing you and moving deeper into the connection that we have. You have already established your link with the initial source energy. You might say this was a project that you set out to create and to fulfill. And you set out from the original focus of your point of origin. And thus you are here, remembering, gathering in the essential elements to fulfill your project and the process. What you have become as you continue to enter this space is the frequency pattern that you vibrate to alters the frequency pattern that you have been experiencing during your lifetime in the current body form. And those vibrational patterns you've been experiencing in your current body form incorporate many other energy patterns that had been intrinsically or entangled in your emotional field, and consequently affecting and distorting different elements of your lifetime. This is why we have maintained the singular process of assisting you to realize this, so that those entanglements are dissolved and cleared. You will know what we refer to. You will have had memories come into the surface of your conscious mind, and thus the realization and the recall presents them in to the essential frequency pattern that dissolves those elements that are no longer necessary for your process and project to fulfill, to continue to fulfill. So there is in this the sense presented to you of a continuum. And so therefore it continues to provide you through the energy frequency pattern of your source energy and the entire creative source energy all that is required to completely adjust your energy field. And when that is sufficiently incorporating the frequency pattern of the reality that you are moving through and into, then you become more aware of the effect that is felt by other people from your frequency pattern. This is why we have said during many sessions, it is not necessary to forcibly do anything to project energy to anybody or any situation. The way of the higher frequency pattern and you as a star light being is to simply fill yourself to capacity in the ongoing field of the frequency patterns, and that simply is a vibration that exists around you which other people will respond to when they are ready. Now you are drawing on resources contained within the potential of your project that you have come into realization that you are doing. The project is part of the overall instigation of what was required of you to be present within the body form in the civilizations you are continuing to experience, multi-dimensional civilizations or realities in a different framework of title. So you are already accessing the specific elements needed for you to be present, clearly connected into the frequency that is creating the field of existence in that sphere currently that you recognize as the planetoid Earth. So you are connected into that. You are receiving multi-fields of energy frequency patterns to continue your existence, to allow you to draw on the necessary elements. Now, we are speaking about areas that you might be thinking about as a complete desert. And you would think, what are the elements there that are necessary? But they contain the original pattern of creation for the formation of a living source of supply systems. And these are energy systems of light. And light is the components, it has all of the particles required for you. Enjoy what this brings up in you as a response, because you are responding in a very clear way in the original source creation for you that is always an ongoing sense of, simply put in words, of happiness and joy. That is the frequency required everywhere. So the aspects of creation which do not respond in an emotional way as the human body form does and other creatures, you will find that there are elements of construction that do not respond in an emotional way. They just simply absorb the frequencies of the light systems. This comes to you in many forms, in many words presented to you, and it is your perception that allows you to move into the frequency pattern of the higher field consciousness. That is you. And so you are of the collective galactic cosmic beings, the presence of systems of light. Remembering this also helps you to continue the process of your project. Now, the project, do not let it confuse you with that word into feeling there is something to be learned or developed or studied or worked very hard at. The process is a natural process that is within you, to simply open up, to allow the happiness and joyful levels of the natural blueprint of you as a humanoid creature. And you will sense this is what we are bringing around you to recognize. It is the aspect present in the frequency patterns of the cosmic field of energy, cosmic creation. This allows you to enter that space of the cities of light, the civilizations of the light, the centers of light, civilizations, referred to in many ways as crystalline civilizations, as other frameworks, terms that, as usual, people try to define it. Remember, move through definitions which are simply aligned with a consciousness field that has not yet extended into the next or greater overlaying field. Now, this field we refer to is also part of the constitution. You all have a natural constitution of the vital essence frequency pattern of you. And this has to be matched with the frequency of cosmic creation field. It's the constitution of creation. In that pure field that you remember because it is your source. So continue to be inspired from that level. You will find it shifts many of the elements within your life pattern and around your life pattern that you may have sensed were a limitation or a construction in some way that was a limitation. Rejoice in the freedom as you access that cosmic field of creation. It simply is. Allow it to be without forcing anything. Forcing and fighting creates a resistance and a barrier. And we continue to move you beyond barriers. Are you sensing the expanded awareness, perceiving? Perhaps in your sense it might be a new exhilaration, exciting the particles of creation within you. And thus our presentation in this gathering to you is sufficient for you to completely immerse yourself within. So this is you. And we withdraw now at this conclusion of this session. Aurum out. Hello, Lani again with you from that amazing field we entered through the assistance of the cosmic team around you, around us all. In this moment, absorb it all, and you will process it in the ongoing days as you step back into this field referred to. And you make it real. You create it in your locality, in your individual field of energy. I celebrate you as this. Now, take in a conscious, natural breath, breathing in deeply. And as you let it out, bring your focus and attention back into and around your body form, all throughout it. Enlivened, every particle of you enlivened with this cosmic field, renewed. You've been reminded of many things in this session, and it will continue unfolding and clearing, creating. So this ends the session through the Omega Communications portal. I remind you to be firmly grounded, firmly connected, and connecting the cosmic field through you and into this civilization. Thank you for your process and your project here. We're doing it together, and it's wonderful. Thank you.